Are you not going to identify yourself to the police, sir? We have ways to find out who you are. You're not going to identify yourself? Okay. All right, stand right here for me until we find out who you are.
What am I being detained for, sir?
You're taking pictures of county vehicles and county buildings.
Okay, so is that a crime?
Right now, you need to identify yourself to the police. If we're stopping to talk to you, yes, you need to identify yourself to me.
Is that a crime?
You need to identify yourself to me.
So-
That's going to be a crime.
Let me get your ID of where you live at, and then
I'm not going to tell you where I live.
Why would somebody in their right mind record police interactions? That's got to be a question bouncing around in your head when coming across a video like this and you realize that the heroes in blue are now beside themselves. Why and how has this happened? When you hear about stories such as the mass exoneration in Cook County, Chicago, after Chief Ronald Watts was arrested for running a criminal enterprise, he ruined innocent lives on a daily basis. He was convicted for only 2 years. Many spent years in prison because of him. He was caught by a whistleblower police officer who had to turn in her badge because she was a good person at heart and not willing to turn the other cheek to protect the thin blue line. Internal investigations, qualified immunity, police unions are just a few things that make up the perfect recipe for corruption to boil. This is the absolute most dangerous thing that's going on in America today, and you've now been awakened to the corruption that is overwhelming the people's patience and pushing them to their willpower. Maybe that's why they're trying to restrict the Second Amendment, even though the ability for the people to own guns protects them from invaders from another country. Maybe all we need as a society is a simple reminder that if the Second Amendment does not stay intact, we could be opening the doors to outside attacks. And if you think the police are going to save you, then you're sadly mistaken. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up if you learned something from this video or if you just like it. Share these videos at will on your social media platforms, but make sure to give credit to the original uploader or myself if it's my own video. Let's get this reminder out to everyone. Do not give up your human rights. Do not agree with giving up your freedom for safety. Keep it simple. Keep it on safety until you need to take it off to protect your family or your loved ones. Don't forget to have situational awareness out in public as well as spiritual fitness before you walk out that door. Remind your loved ones you love them and appreciate them. Remind your loved ones that you love them and appreciate the time you've already spent with them. But when you look in their eyes, know they might be depending on you to protect them. Understand you are their hero, not some other person wearing a tin badge. Besides, the Supreme Court has already ruled in the town of Castle Rock versus Gonzalez that the police have no duty to protect the citizens of the United States. That means you are on your own to protect yourselves. So arm yourselves to the teeth. Keep them on safety until you need them. I support the Second Amendment, and I also support this new channel. Go check it out and subscribe. Thank you guys.
Is there a reason why you don't want to identify yourself?
I don't need to. It's not. I haven't committed a crime.
I'll just say, if you cooperate with law enforcement, we get your name.
Okay, so how about this? What's your name, sir?
Officer Gardner.
Can I see your ID?
Why do you want to see my ID?
Because you want to see mine.
This was issued by my
No,
department.
sir. I understand. I see that, Mr. Gardner,
My
right?
name's on my-
I understand that, sir. But let me see your ID, your Virginia State or your.
Law enforcement?
No, not.
Okay. So
And-
you don't need to see my identification.
Correct.
This right here.
And
is my
you
name.
don't
But
need
we're
to.
law enforcement.
That's our
I
job.
understand, but you're in
So
law
we need to see your
enforcement.
ID.
To you
Identify
guys are here
you.
to uphold the law, correct?
Correct?
Yeah,
So what law have I broken?
We didn't say
No,
this.
hold on. What law have I broken?
Well, first of all, wearing a mask in public is something of concern. Okay, so it's class
Okay.
it's a class 6 felony.
Wearing a
There's cer-
mask.
there's certain- there's
Please
certain
watch what
provisions-
you guys are saying. Wearing a
You're
mask in
interrupting me, so
public.
I can't even finish
There
what I'm
are
saying.
millions
Okay.
of people that wear masks because of their religion belief.
I agree.
And are you trying to tell me that that is something suspicious?
As we talked about before, though, you said we're not for religious
I
reasons,
didn't say.
correct?
All I said, sir, is I'm making a comparison. That's all I'm doing. He's saying that I can't wear a mask in public. I made a comparison that people do wear a mask in public. So are you stopping them on the side of the road, asking them for their ID?
Because that's part of their religious belief,
Okay, so.
which is not part of your religious belief.
Okay,
you
so
just said.
no, I did not say. I have it all on camera. We can actually rewind that. All I'm saying, sir, is I don't have to give any of my ID to you guys. I asked you guys politely if I'm committing a crime. You guys said no, correct? So then when I'm trying to walk, I can't leave. I don't understand, sir.
Because we need to find out who you are before
Okay.
you can go free to go.
And all right, so 4 minutes ago I said this is going to be a circular conversation, right?
So you're not going to identify yourself at all to us.
No, sir. I don't need. I don't feel like I need to.
You're required to identify yourself to law enforcement if we stop to talk to you.
What law is that? And like I said, I'm not a lawyer, right? But you.
So here's the deal. I'm their supervisor.
How you
okay?
doing today, sir?
So what is your intent and purpose of being on county property taking pictures today?
I'm a photographer, and
Okay.
the last thing I knew, this is public property,
It
correct?
is public property,
Okay.
but let me just put it in perspective of the people that are calling in because they were concerned. They have a person that is masked. Yes, it is cold. They are taking pictures of the building. They're not sure if you're being a photographer or if you're being a person that is doing a setting up for either an attack or reconnaissance for whatever malfeasance that certain individuals might do. So we are trying to identify who you are and why you're here. We have identified why you're here, but we don't know who you are.
Okay.
So do you have any physical ID?
All right.
Do
Like-
you have any physical ID?
Like I explained to Mr.
Do
Walsh,
you have
sir.
any physical ID?
No, I
Driver's
don't,
license,
sir.
walker's ID.
Like I explained to Mr. Walsh, no, I don't, sir.
Do you have any form of
Like
identification upon your person?
Like I explained to Mr. Walsh when he asked me, I
Okay.
said no, right? So
Okay.
like I said to
Have
him
you provided
earlier,
them your name or information?
no, I have not.
You do need to provide that because we need to identify who you are.
So-
that also requires you to remove your mask temporarily while we identify who you are.
All right, so
And now, if you continue to refuse, you can be arrested for a felony charge of wearing a mask in public.
okay, so
So, what is your decision? What do you want to do? Do
Once-
you wish to identify yourself, or are you going to continue to refuse?
am I allowed to go?
No, you're under
So-
investigation right now, trying to
For
find
what
out why you're
crime?
doing
For what crime, sir?
your suspicious activity.
Okay, so
Okay.
is suspicious activity a crime? And Mr. Hill, is suspicious activity
Currently,
a crime?
you're detained because you're wearing a mask in public and refusing to identify yourself.
Show
That
me-
is the charge.
What is what is that statute or penal code that I can't wear a mask, sir?
It is under 18.2, 422, prohibition of wearing a mask in certain places. It shall be unlawful for any person over the age of 16 years of age with the intent to conceal his identity, wear any mask, hood, or other device whereby a substantial portion of the face is hidden.
Okay, so
you currently
perfect.
are-
So
you
the first
currently-
sentence you said, sir, was in certain places. Is there a sign on
Sir,
this?
are you refusing to remove your mask and identify yourself?
Sir.
Are you refusing to remove your mask and identify yourself? Yes or no? Yes or no? Well, it's a simple question. And I'm going to have to assume that it's going to be a no, which means you're going to be put in place under arrest.
For what
All you
crime?
have, I just told you.
Okay,
Now, are you
Mondo
refusing?
Logan.
Are you refusing
I just
to
told you
remove
my
your?
name.
Are you refusing to remove your mask? Completely, sir. Thank you.
Yep.
What is your name and
I
date of
just
birth?
gave it to you.
I didn't hear you because you were
So now-
talking at the same time I was
Mondela
talking.
Poku. So now I'd like
Whoa,
to
whoa,
plead the fifth. I just gave you my name, so now I'd like to plead the fifth.
And your date of birth, sir.
I don't-
we have to be able to
Nope.
identify you by
I'm
pulling
not-
you up in the system.
That is great. I just gave you my name. Now I'm pleading the fifth, sir. I've answered your questions.
Okay.
Now am
What
I
is your
allowed to
date
go?
of birth? Because we need to be able to identify you. Because I can say I'm the same person
Great.
with a date of birth. Since you don't have any physical
Take
ID,
this
we need to run
information,
your
then you're good to go.
information.
I'm not going anywhere. I already gave it to you, sir. I already gave you all
Can you
that
spell He's
information.
gonna write it down. Can you spell it for
I
me?
already gave it to you. I'm sorry that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 officers that didn't understand that.
Well, that's the problem
mean-
because you've been pushing the system the entire time. Because right now, the charge was the wearing the mask in public, and you're rising to the level of disorderly conduct and obstruction of justice. We don't want to do that. We want you to be able to
Disorderly
walk off
conduct,
and take
sir.
your. Yes, sir.
Have I described this? I've been talking to you in a very calm manner.
You
have
have
I raised,
been.
Have I raised my voice at you, sir?
No, but you've now you're causing a disturbance within the public because everybody's watching what you're doing here.
That has
You're
not-
also obstructing justice because we're not able to do our investigation. Those are the two things. So, to make it easier on yourself and make you free to, go.
To make it easier on yourself, sir.
No, I'm making
Okay,
it
so
easy
I'm
for
gonna
you.
I'm gonna be done. I'm done talking, sir.
Okay, sir. We just need your name, date of birth.
I'm done
Then
talking.
once we get that information, we can look into the DMV system to make sure that your photo matches that person. If that doesn't happen, then unfortunately we got to go to the next step, which is you're gonna have to go speak
You don't
to
mind if I
Manfred.
back up here just for my safety? I feel a
No,
little.
sir.
Okay,
No.
so no problem. I'm
No.
gonna stay right here, sir.
So all you have to do is provide your name, date of birth, and then you'll probably be gone in the next 5 minutes, as in on your way doing whatever photography that you want. It is just a simple interaction. And all you have to do is provide your name and date of birth so that we can verify who you are. Because I can say that I'm Marco Polo, I can say that I'm the King of France, I can claim anything I want, but without picture ID or positive identification, I don't know who I'm talking to. So can you please provide your name so the officer can write the information down, get your date of birth so we can verify within DMV, looking at your picture, saying this is the person, he can have a nice day and go on. It's your choice. Which do you want to do? I'm not going to ask again. Do you wish to assist us, or do you wish to go to jail?
I don't want to give you guys information that's going to give up my rights. For example,
You're not
sir,
giving up your rights.
I am, sir, because I haven't committed a crime.
You had. Because we had trying to identify you.
So
You
then-
refused to remove your mask. Technically, we should have arrested you after the second time.
Okay, so then-
I'm just trying to get you on your way, which is what you wish. But you're refusing to help us out.
All right. Well, it looks like we're back at what I said earlier. Circular conversation.
Do you wish to identify yourself, or do you wish to go to jail for obstruction of justice? That's what it comes down to. All you have to do is provide your name, date of birth, we identify you, and let you go. We already know that you're here for taking your pictures. That's fine. That is every legal right, but we have to identify why you're here, which we did. But we have to identify you so we can finish the process, because we don't know if you're wanted or if you're a missing person. That's the situation here. So what would you like to do?
You're not gonna identify yourself?
All right.